Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is late. I'm opening toys. It's open late. I am Adam. This is Highly Articulated. And today I have got two Super 7 TMNT Ultimates. I've got Donatello and Krang, as you may have guessed from the pictures on the boxes here. Now, what I didn't realize until just now was that I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to have to double check this. Pretty sure that all the turtles are have a unique package. I thought all the turtles sort of insignias were the same, but I've just realized while I was sort of sitting here waiting that this has Donatello's bow staff, and I'm pretty sure, and we'll check it in a minute, that that's the same mouth that he has on the figure. So I suspect that that maybe I just didn't even notice that. I did know that they were all somewhat unique, but for some reason I thought that maybe the turtles were all the same, and then all the sort of unique characters had something more unique going on. But now I'm gonna have to look into that. I Donatello is my second turtle, um, and I don't have the Raphael box next to me or even anywhere near me, to be honest. So I can't check that, but I'm definitely going to check that before I open my next one, which will probably come with my next package. So before I get these open, big shout out to Mike at eCollectibles. When I sort of decided that I wanted to get into the Super 7 TMNT Ultimates, which was very recently, I have to admit. What I did was I basically sent Mike a list of the figures that I wanted and sort of asked him to put them aside for me and sort of add one or two with every box, with every package that I got. So I didn't get them all at once. I want to sort of experience this line in waves as it was sort of designed to be. And what I've basically done is set it up in sort of a blind box type fashion. So um, with my first shipment, I got Bebop and Raphael, and basically what I've been doing is just saying to Mike, hey, send two in the box, and I said send one turtle and one bad guy. Whichever you choose, whichever you want to send, I'm cool with. Um, like I said, he had my list, so it was it's sort of like blind bag. Although I know that I want all of them, and I also know that I'm not going to get doubles, so I'm not randomly getting a figure that I don't want, and I'm not randomly getting another Raphael. But just thought it was a cool thing to sort of add a little bit of surprise and a little bit of excitement to getting the boxes. Um, in a perfect world, I would buy all my toys in the wild, and I would sort of hunt for them in a more organic way. But we just don't live in that world anymore. So this was just sort of my attempt to sort of get a little bit of that fun back into, um, getting the box. And I think I'm probably gonna get a couple more for Christmas time that I'm not even gonna know about, and I'm gonna get them wrapped up, get them under the tree, and be surprised on Christmas morning. I have been surprised by a toy on Christmas morning for probably 27 to 30 years. So I'm looking forward to that. But without further ado, let's get stuck into these guys. I'm gonna start with Krang. Um, Donatello is my favorite turtle, and I'm really, really excited to open this one. I'm really excited to get him out of the package. Very much looking forward to Krang as well. I've heard some somewhat mixed reviews about Krang, so we'll start with Krang and then save Donatello, um, and do him second. So I'll just sort of scoot him off to the side here. But so first off the box, like I said, we get the unique emblem or logo or whatever you want to call it for each individual character on the purple box for the baddies. The good guys obviously are in the green. You know, you get Krang at the bottom, the big Ninja Turtles logo on the back. Now, as I sort of tilt this, you can see that there is a difference. There's something different going on there. So we get effectively a matte box, and then we get these really nice gloss logos. So we get the Ninja Turtles gloss logo on there. This emblem is gloss as well, and then on the top we get Ultimates in a gloss sort of print. Um, but enough about that. Let's get into the figure. So then, once we remove the sleeve, we see Krang, and I'm really looking forward to this. Krang was one of those figures that the original vintage, I didn't have as a kid. My neighbors had it. I think I mentioned this before, or when I opened the last ones, or at least at some point recently. Ninja Turtles for me were sort of the one toy line that was sort of a communal thing where, you know, my neighbors had them, my friends at school had them, so on and so forth. So there wasn't necessarily the need for me personally to have all the figures. So Krang was one that for whatever reason I didn't actually have. So I'm really, really excited to have him now, and not just have him, but have two of him effectively, because you kind of get two in the box there. So we get the blue graffitied um, brick box pattern. We get the Krang bio on the back here, which, you know, if you wanted to read that, you could pause this and read it. I'm not going to bother reading it because that's sort of never what I did with toys. I was the same way with GI Joe file cards. I didn't really care. I just wanted the character, I wanted the toy, and I just wanted to enjoy the figure. Greg, it says he's from Dimension X or something like that, and yeah, it says that on there. Krang brings a smarty pants attitude to the decent planet Earth, where law-abiding citizens are threatened by supreme intelligence. Okay, whatever. Not that exciting. I'm more excited about what's in the box than what's on the box, but the boxes are pretty cool. So let's get into the package. Now, as many will know, I keep a lot of packaging. I don't keep all the packaging, but I keep a lot of packaging. So I tend to be fairly gentle when I take these out. I don't need perfect boxes, but I don't want totally banged up, damaged boxes. All right, so as per usual with these Super 7 figures, we get two trays. We get the main tray with sort of what you see in the package from the front, and then we get this one that's sort of tucked in the back. Now, this one doesn't have as much in the tray tucked in the back, just four alternate hands. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop these out and enjoy the ASMR for a brief moment. So we get these spare hands. There's four spare hands in here. There's two hands sort of already on, you know, those arms that are in the package there. But we get four spare ones here. So we get a pair of sort of open hands, a fist, and a pointing finger. A pointing finger seems pretty appropriate for Krang. You know, I just feel like he's going to spend a lot of time pointing his finger at Shredder and criticizing him and you know, chastising him for his inferior intellect. The paint on these is well, it's quite shiny. It's quite metallic. It's I mean, it's not quite a mirror finish, but it looks pretty good, pretty nice. It's brighter than I expected. I expected sort of a metallic, but maybe more of like a metallic gray almost than a shiny silver. But this is, I mean, I think it's even picking it up on the camera there. Like this is shiny silver, which I think looks fantastic. Um, there is a couple flecks where it's and I don't know if it's gonna come across on the camera. There's a couple flecks where there's little black dots as opposed to clean paint apps. I think it's too reflective to actually show up, but it doesn't bother me that much. I'm not super picky. I'm not super particular about stuff like that. I don't get that upset by something like that because I got this really cool Krang figure. I get more excited about the figures, and I'm maybe less critical than I should be, um, given Super 7's pricing. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just really happy to have the figure. I'm more happy to have the figure than I am sort of bummed about a couple flecks of paint that aren't perfect. Anyway, that's just me. Let's get this guy out of the way. he looks he looks so good. How is this? Such an awkward. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. Oh, come on. Oh, he's got his little... That's cool. Get to that in a sec. He got stuck in there because they used those little clear elastic bands, so his arm popped out. But it's just on a little ball joint there, so that's... There he is. So that's more of the figure that I remember as far as the vintage figure goes, I think. But like I said, I didn't have it. And then I think this one is more animated, a little more fun. The arms are a little bit wilder. I remember the vintage one just having those sort of, same left and right. This is way more fun to me. The limbs are a little bit more expressive and a little bit wilder, and they're it's different, asymmetrical left to right. Now, because they are just on ball joints, so they just pop out like that. So you can swap them. You can have that arm from the more expressive one go in there. You can switch it up and put that arm in there. Do what you want. You can have a combination and mix it up. I think this mouth looks better. I think this mouth is more fun. The paint is great. The sculpt is great. I don't know if you're gonna get... I don't know if I can get the light to sort of hit it, but he's got like the... What's it called? I want to call it the Courage Hangy Ball, and I can't remember what that's from. But it's really well sculpted inside there, and it just looks fantastic. Like, this is just super fun. This is just a super fun little figure, and I just love the design. I love both of them. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with both of them. I don't know which one I'm going to put in the little robot case and who's going to get the other one. But regardless, here I'm going to put these. We showed the hands. Let's put these down for a brief moment. What's up, Jay? Happy Thanksgiving to Jay. Jay, you and I both know that it's not Thanksgiving for us. It's just Thursday. But yes, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to anybody in the U.S. of A. Lots of articulation on this. This is the sort of piece that I've heard some complaints about, because there's like too much articulation on here. Too much articulation is one of those things that you don't hear very often. But insofar as this thing is concerned, I can kind of see what they mean. Like the legs are a little bit unstable and the feet aren't kind of locked in. So they bend at the knee. They sort of bend, the toe bends, I guess. Bends is the and it's also on a ball joint, so you get rotation there as well. I just want it to be flat on the ground, and it doesn't seem to necessarily want to be flat on the ground, or level. Why does it want to be level? Oh, because this leg isn't straight. I think I'm gonna have to monkey. Oh, there. No. Okay. Oh shoot! And I ruined it. Wrecked it. It was level and it was standing, and then it wasn't because I touched it. But anyway, let's see if it stays standing when I put him in here. All right. Okay. He's good. He's hang out there. We also get the arms. So the arms just peg in, and I'll peg those in a moment. There is a joint at the hand, and rotation at the hand as well. But that's it for articulation in the arms. So once you sort of get it plugged in, it's going to go like that. You get articulation. Oh, never mind. There's articulation. Well, that's weird. There's like articulation halfway through the arm, as well as articulation in the wrist joint and rotation. That's cool. Again, I'm not. I don't care that much. Then we get this, some sort of plunger radar satellite gun. It's a little wonky. It's a little bit crooked. But again, I'm not that fussed. This is, of course, going to plug on here. And then this end, we're going to find somewhere, maybe. What am I missing? Where does this plug in? Does this plug in? Oh. Down here in the bottom. I guess. That seems weird. Was this how the vintage one was? As I said, I didn't have the vintage one, so I don't know. I guess we'll get these arms plugged in because I feel like I need the arms to hold the... Did I just crack the thing? Jeez. A little too aggressive with this? Oh, no. No. All good. All good. So we can get him to hold. This seems... Yeah, I don't remember these arms from the vintage one. I'll be honest. I felt like the vintage one had fewer arms than this. I felt like it was just the Felt like it was just this thing, but I could be wrong because I didn't have it. So what do I know? Anyway, there he is. He can stand up. This is really cool though. This is really fun. I've been rewatching the animated series, and this is just like before he gets his big Krang robot body. I don't remember him ever having this high chair in the animated series. I remember him having this thing, and then getting the robot. But this thing's kind of fun. So he can just sit on his little tripod and scoot around on the floor, which I always thought was really funny. And you know, for this guy with a superior intellect who's this genius from another dimension, I always thought it was funny that he just cruised around the floor effectively on this dorky little thing. But anyway, Jay says looks kind of fragile. I don't think it's fragile. I just think it's the joints are a little bit looser than I'd like. I may put a bit of glue in the foot joints because, to be quite honest, I don't know why you would want to articulate that toe. You know, maybe there's like for photography if you were really posing him up, but I just don't know that he would stand up if you posed him up, because he's standing now, but I feel like I feel like if I touch him, he'll fall over, and I don't feel like he's fragile. With the other Super Sevens that I have, the figures are super durable and super rugged, and it's not a question of fragility. It's more a question of balance and stability. Um, but altogether, like I said, great figure, really fun. Very happy to have this guy, because his design is just so much fun. He looks like a chewed up piece of bubble gum, with a bunch of blue veins. Um, yeah, he's just fun. Like that's like, how could you not want this in your collection? Huh? Tell me, please. Somebody please tell me that this isn't something that they would want in their collection, and explain yourself, because this thing is awesome. Um, but anyway, I was as I was saying when I sort of started, I'm less excited about Krang, believe it or not, than I am about Donatello. So let's get right in to Donatello. And as I said, the packaging on this, so you get the emblem, which I believe is Donatello's own unique emblem. I think they're all unique. I think that's you know, if we sort of look at Donatello's face and we look at the face on this this little logo, it's the same face. So I think they get unique face designs. I don't know if that's design, logo, emblem, and it's got the bow staff sort of in the detail there. I didn't look that closely at the first one I got, which was Raphael, because I was just so excited. But like I said, now I'm gonna have to do a comparison. The packaging looks great. I think the packaging is fun. Then we get Donatello, same as Krang. You know, we get the name down here, Ninja Turtles logo up there. The good guys get the green bricks. Feels like there's a little bit less graffiti. And then you get Donatello's biography on there. Feel free to pause it and read that if you want. I'm not going to. It's funny. Now, I don't know if this is on purpose. Like I said, Mike does these as sort of a blind bag. It's funny that he picked the ultra intellectual sort of brains, so to speak, of the Operation Krang, and then Donatello, who is by the file card, sort of it says he's the brains of the group and the designer of the turtle vehicles. He's the brains of the group, so I got the brains of that group and I got the brains of this group. Probably just a coincidence, but Mike, I give you full credit for that regardless. Let's get into this guy. My trusty, my trusty figure box opening knife, which is just a tiny little foldable knife, which is pretty much useless for anything else, but works for this. Now, like I said, I keep these boxes, so I try to be fragile, but I also try to do this in a timely fashion so that you're not all bored out of your minds. And as usual, we get the 2 trays. And as usual, this the back tray is the extra hands as well as the weapons rack. I've just been leaving the weapons racks in the package. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with them at some point. And I've already knocked him over. Krang fell over. So there you go. Not very stable. Not fragile, but not stable. Stay. Jay says it does look great. Yeah, it's. I mean, it look. Krang looks fantastic. He looks fantastic. He may not be super functional. I'm really hoping that we get the robot. I feel like the robot makes a little bit more sense. He'll be more stable. He'll be big. He'll probably be expensive, but I think I'd probably splurge. Jay, I just got Muckman and like the alien bug that came with him too. Yeah, the sculpting, the detail work, you know, what you get with these figures is pretty nice. Like and by pretty nice I mean it's really nice. I don't, you know, I hear people sometimes suggest that the price is not justified, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think I agree. Would I like them to be less expensive? Yes. Do I think that at the price that they are overpriced? No, probably not. Jay also says Ultimates packages are great. Yeah, they are. They really are. I've heard people not so much like a complaint, I guess, as just sort of like a you know, once you once you have all the turtles, once you have a lot of figures, it feels somewhat repetitive. But isn't that going to be true of like every? Isn't that going to be true of everything? Oh, come on. You know, if you're a Black Series collector, before they sort of shifted to like movie specific packaging, where like the Mandalorian figures all come in a Mandalorian box. Empire comes in an Empire box. Like they're color coordinated in that. Before then, they were all just in those black boxes. And if you weren't complaining about those, I mean, I don't know why you'd be complaining about these. But that's my personal opinion. You're free to complain about anything you want. You do you. Collect what you like. Complain. Complain how you like. And in the meantime, I'll struggle to get this guy out of the package. Oh, come on. Oh, I totally missed these. I probably would have just forgotten about this. Hope you're all enjoying the ASMR portion of today's episode. With the squeaky, annoying plastic noise. Actually, that's a good question. Is the squeaky plastic noise annoying to you, or is it something that brings you joy as a toy collector? I guess on some level, it's like, you know, hearing that noise, you know that a toy is being unboxed. Like if I heard that noise, like the faintest hint of that noise, I'd be like, someone's opening a toy. Someone somewhere in the distance is opening a toy. And this tape split, so it's not coming off clean. And I still don't have Donatello out. God knows what I'm talking about. I actually like this one. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's like a Pavlov's dog thing, right? Like we're like almost trained to recognize that noise. Hold on, let me just. I'm just not gonna touch it. We're almost like trained to love that noise because we know what's going on when we hear that noise. Oh, come on. Oh, and there he is. This little beauty. Donatello. My favorite Ninja Turtle. Behold him in his majesty. Now, first things first, the head sculpt. The head looks great. Great representation of the vintage figure. But as I did with Raphael, I am probably going to display Donatello with the oh, I got some glue or something. I'll have to try to clean that off. I'll probably display him with his alternate head, this sort of stern expression that he's got there. It's a really great looking head. My Raphael, I've got the alternate sort of modern sculpted head, which I really love. I like the vintage ones too, but you know, I like that the new ones, the new modern sculpts, are a little bit smaller. They seem a little bit better proportioned. You know, those vintage figures weren't great proportions, but you know, they're great figures. So Jay said the Conan ones I have look like leather and should smell like mahogany. They probably do. Scott Baker said, I'm not pre-ordering these anymore. Just going to wait and see from here on out because you can definitely find these cheaper than the retail price now. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and I understand that. I'm fortunate enough that I've got Mike at eCollectibles sort of looking out for me and helping me out. He's a huge Ninja Turtles fan, so he was. Let me just get this. Is that better? That's better. He was very happy that I was getting on board the Ninja Turtles train, so to speak. And I don't think I'm going to pre-order many of these. But pre-order for a Canadian isn't the same as pre-order in the US. Like, I'm not ordering anything from Super 7. I'm sort of pre-ordering with Mike at eCollectibles. So I already told him with the next wave I want Zach the Neutrino. But that's the only one from that wave. I sort of put my list together, and it was the original 10 and then a few additions. And there's a few characters that I still hope we really, really get, that we haven't seen yet, that haven't been released or revealed or anything like that. But yeah. Jay said if I could buy figures loose, I would. I'm the same way. If if you got to think that the packaging um costs something. So if I could get figures for $5 or $10 less and they were just in a brown paper bag, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Funny thing about that Hasbro plastic free packaging is that it actually costs Hasbro more money to make those plastic free packages than it does to do the window packages. So that's you know it is what it is. Looking first at the extra hands, we get the sort of grappling hands, or sort of I don't know what you want to call them, but those look good. We get two fists, which also look really good, and then we get an extra set of holding hands. Now, the extra set is usually going to be sort of the other hinge. So these are, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. These are going to be the horizontal hinge. The ones on the figure as it stands right now are vertical hinge. I like having those options because sometimes you want a vertical hinge, sometimes you want a horizontal hinge. Depends what you're doing with the figure. Depends how you're posing them up. I have used both sets when I've been sort of playing with the Raphael figure, and absolutely loving that I have those options. Now, as we got with Raphael, we get the pizza dagger, as I've heard people say, and this is again in that really nice metallic, shiny metallic. And then the mini pizza dagger. I don't know what this one is called, or sort of what you sort of do with that. We get this thing that has a name. They never come straight. They're always crooked out of the box, but it's easy enough fix. A little bit of heat, and this will straighten out just fine. I really like these. I find these. I have a weird fascination with these because they came with like every turtle, and everybody just had a bin full of these, or just threw them in the garbage, or lost them, or whatever. But it's weird. Like, everybody lost Raphael's size. Everybody lost Michelangelo's nunchucks, but everybody has like 10 of these from their vintage figures. And I like these. I actually like to pose Raphael up with these because I think they're fun. I think they're a little more practical than a Sai as well. So anyway, my 2 cents. We get two of the throwing stars, which are always fun. I put those in one of the hands and put it in Raphael and posed them up. And my daughter thought that was like, my 7-year-old daughter was really impressed that you could put them in the hands. We get two versions of the communicator. We get the closed and the open. Different color, of course, for Donatello than it was for Raphael, but just a really cool accessory. This is a fun one. Good to have because it's it just adds some play value. Some you can pose them up with those, get some pictures, tell a little story in a multi-shot Instagram post, or do whatever you want. That's the beauty of toys. You can do what you want. We get another pizza slice. I'm looking forward to having all the pizza slices. I'm looking forward to having a box to put the pizza slices in. I just think that's a cool little addition. We get two of Donatello's staffs, and in this case, one is certainly not as straight as the other. You can see this one on the right is going to need a little bit of heat. The one on the left is nice and straight, so I'm okay with that. That'll be the one that I pose. My only complaint about this figure, and I already knew that this was going to be the case from watching reviews, it's too short. I wish this was like an inch longer or so. It's, I mean, you know, when you stand it next to Donatello, it's about up to his shoulder, which is okay, but I would like it to maybe be about head height. I just feel like this is a little bit too small. And I don't know enough about this particular weapon in sort of the real world applications of it to know whether this is the right size, this is sort of the correct size, or whether it should be longer. But anyway, we get two of them, so I'm not complaining. And if I wanted to, I could probably figure out how to get somebody to 3D print one of those for me. And then I wouldn't have anything to complain about because I would have a 3D printed version. Um, maybe I should do that. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know enough turtle guys. But anyway, yeah, great accessories, great figures. Donatello looks fantastic. Like I said, the deco on this, I love that each of the turtles is a slightly different shade of green. Uh, Donatello is definitely more of an olive green. Raphael, who I have right here, is sort of that classic turtles green, and it makes sense. That's you know, that's how they were kind of depicted. You know, when all of them had red. Um, red masks, I guess. They all seem to be like that color. When you get a set of four that's sort of the Mirage inspired, they're typically that color and they have the red masks. But I like that they're all different. It's sort of, you know, reminiscent of the vintage figures. Um, the belts on these are really nice. They're rubber, but they have like a really they're a nice rubber. They're a really nice rubber. I don't know how to, like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to describe that. Um, I like that this sits really nice and low so that it, you know, his staff's like not poking him in the neck. It's sort of where it should be for me. Um, and I like that this fits in nicely. And you don't have to force it. The NECA Donatello, it doesn't even hardly fit. Like I said, I prefer the other head. So let me just pop this and swap this. And I prefer to do it off camera because I can see what I'm doing better. Um, yeah, I like that face better. I like that more. Um, Colors are great. Figures great. Deco is great. I'm loving it. I'm loving these turtles. I'm absolutely loving. Um, it's not very often that that I get a figure in hand that sort of lasts on my desk. You know, once I unbox it, once I sort of pose it and play with it, a lot of times it goes on the shelf. Raphael did not. Raphael has been on my desk, this desk where I am doing this video, which is where I sort of do everything. He's been on my desk since I got him a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago. Absolutely loving them. These guys, yeah, I mean, you know, they have single jointed knees, single jointed elbows, but I find that they can get into pretty good poses, just the way that they are designed, the way that they are engineered, the way that they are sculpted. Um, very impressed. If you haven't gotten one of the Super 7 Ninja Turtles and you were waiting for somebody to tell you that you should, consider this that time. Uh, get yourself a turtle. Go on, get yourself a turtle. Pick your favorite turtle and just get one. See if you don't get more. Jay said there are always figures from various toy lines. I would cherry pick if I can. TMNT, Thundercats, etc. Absolutely. And I do have a couple of the Super 7 Thundercats. And they're great figures. I also have the Super 7 Prince John from the Disney line, and I'm waiting on my Robin Hood, which I'm very much looking forward to. Jay says, I saw the Super 7 Joes, then some other stuff, much nicer in person. Where did you see the Super 7 Joes in person? I'm also waiting on a Super 7 Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes being my favorite character. I didn't necessarily want to get into that line in a big way. But I definitely needed to get Snake Eyes, as he is my favorite character. Always has been, and probably always will be. And it comes with, it comes with timber. So I mean, it was a no brainer to me. See what I did there? No brainer. I got all these brains on the table, and I make that joke. Enjoy. That one's free. I'll be here all week. But yeah, these are just really great figures. They're just a lot of fun. Super 7 for all the complaints, I guess, about pricing and certain QC issues that do exist. I haven't really had them. I mean, a lot of people complain about loose hips. I don't know. I don't think these are loose. They move fine. But they pose, they stand. I'm very happy with my Super 7 figures. Yeah. Toy show on the weekend. Bat. Oh, okay. So did somebody have the was it the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive? The blue bat is presumably what they had, because to the best of my knowledge, that's the only figure that anybody has in hand. The rest of them are still, I think, at the factory. I think Super 7's latest update said that they were in production, but not ready to ship yet. But yeah, like I said, I'm very much looking forward to getting those. But that's all I got tonight. I really, if I'm being perfectly honest, want to get off this video and get these guys posed up, start playing with them. Get some of these other guys, set up and posed up, and I'm just really enjoying playing with these. They're just a ton of fun. Raphael doesn't look like he's posed up, but that's because I pretty much pose him differently every day, and can't get enough. So yeah, that's all I got. Very much appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you want to know when I'm going live next, be sure to hit that notification button, and you will be in the know. I have got a Saturday evening, Knights of the North Saturday Nights Live video coming up, and I will be doing Highly Articulated on Sunday, and then I will definitely be doing at least one more open late unboxing video next week. So stay tuned for all of that. As I said, Jay said, didn't know that. Still look amazing in person. Yeah, that's what I've heard, and I'm looking forward to mine. Scott says, enjoy, bud. My Wave 5 and 6 should be here tomorrow. Oh, let me know how you like those. I'm very curious. There's a couple in there that are on my maybe list, but I didn't order any just yet because I'm playing catch up from the all the waves. So let me know what you think of those ones. And like I said, I'm on the fence about a couple of them, so we'll chat after. But Thank you all for joining, and have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you again all very soon. Bye bye.